App, U.S. moves to rejoin UN Human Rights Council.
Here's a summary of the article.
Washington, the Biden administration is set to announce this week that it will re-engage with the much-maligned UN Human Rights Council that former President Donald Trump withdrew from almost 3 years ago, U.S. officials said Sunday. Trump pulled out of the world body's main human rights agency in 2018 due to its disproportionate focus on Israel, which has received by far the largest number of critical council resolutions against any country, as well as the number of authoritarian countries among its members, and because it failed to meet an extensive list of reforms demanded by then U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley. In addition to the Council's persistent focus on Israel, the Trump administration took issue with the body's membership, which currently includes China, Cuba, Eritrea, Russia and Venezuela, all of which have been accused of human rights abuses. One senior U.S. official said the Biden administration believed the Council must still reform, but that the best way to promote change is to engage with it in a principled fashion. The official said it can be an important forum for those fighting tyranny and injustice around the world, and the U.S. presence intends to ensure it can live up to that potential. Although the U.S. will have only non-voting observer status on the Council through the end of 2021, the officials said the administration intends to seek one of 3 full member seats, currently held by Austria, Denmark and Italy, from the Western Europe and Other States group that come up for election later this year. The UN General Assembly makes the final choice in a vote that generally takes place in October every year to fill vacancies in 3-year terms at the 47-member State Council. U.S. engagement with the Council and its predecessor, the UN Human Rights Commission, has been something of a political football between Republican and Democratic administrations for decades.
This post received a score of 17,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This is why these type of things shouldn't be able to be decided via executive action. Because one administration does something, and then the next just undoes it. There should be a legislative path only for these types of decisions.
What? It already can be done legislatively, nothing is stopping Congress from joining. Congress has been able to solidify this legislatively whenever they want to. Sure, there is a thing stopping Congress. The filibuster and Mitch McConnell.
Remember when Mitch filibustered his own bill after Democrats agreed it was a good proposal? Truly a man of great character.
Greater than Mitch McConnell, in an effort to bluff Democrats, today demanded a straight up or down vote on a measure that would give the president the authority to raise the debt ceiling. According to Huffington Post's Michael McAuliffe, the GOP calculation was that some Dems would vote against it, proving Dem disunity on the debt ceiling. Washington Post. I love how it was all about proving disunity. It couldn't be that people with similar beliefs and ideas differ on this topic, it's because the whole party is falling apart. Makes sense that the GOP would think that way with how they act more like a sports team than a political party, all acting as just one big pack towards one goal. Except instead of a touchdown, the goal is dominating all areas of American politics so they can funnel money into their own pockets.
And here I am just now learning we left it lol.
And then the next American pres withdraws from it again.
Well yeah, that's democracy. But hopefully we end up in a place where being part of something like this isn't a partisan issue.
Greater than, well yeah, that's democracy. That's democracy in a top-heavy system. If more power was out of the executive and in the other branches of government, they could have stopped leaving. Of course that assumes that the other branches of government are more responsible, intelligent. But a single point of failure system sounds terrible. Ah yes, right before we decide to bomb another country and open up a migrant overflow facility.
How dare you criticize the decisions of the military-industrial complex? Go on, lick their boots. Are we taking Saudi Arabia's seat? Or do they get to stay?
In the same breath as drone attacks increase and more U.S. troops enter Syria. Thank you, America.
So long as major human rights observers serve on the Human Rights Council, that committee will always be a joke.
Yeah, now we will just go back to violating human rights more discreetly. _Sue_.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.